Hello, I just had 2 cups of coffee and ready to record, so let's start recording. Today we are going to play Kerbal Space Program. Oh yeah. By the way, this is a new one. You see no flights in progress. I was just, and I've already designed a rocket to save time. So let's get to it. Our mission today is to get our Kerbal Jebediah Kerman into orbit. So, the rocket that we are going to choose today is ARF Orbiter Mk1. Total delta V 4,372.261. Required 4,000. Perfect, ain't it? Let's launch this baby. Brace yourself for launch, Kerman. Jebediah Kerman, our veteran, is always the first to do everything. You'll probably be the first to land on the moon as well. So we shall see. Launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Away with ARF, Orbiter Mark 1. Great way to start off the ARF's space program. Can't wait to see if this thing decides to work. Oranges, by the way, I'm using Make Jeb to repeat something that I am capable of doing myself precisely. So, if you can't fly a rocket yourself, do not get Make Jeb until you do. Until you do learn. And also I use Make Jeb because I highly doubt any space program around the world would let their several billion rand, dollar, euro, pound rocket be flown by one person. Trust me, they will not leave anything to human error. They will not. No, we don't need that. We need vessel information. Total mass. Thrust weight ratio over 2. Excellent. So yeah, I have carefully made this rocket in my own time to save you, I'm not sure how to put it. I can't really put whatever's on my mind into speech, only onto typed words. I should make a script maybe, but then that's just synthetic, so yeah. Apologies for the random frame rate issues. It is caused by the fact that this is an alpha version, meaning it's not well optimized. So any random bugs, whatnot you see, do not let that be a determining factor of getting this game. This game is really fun, it is in development, Squad needs your support to carry on developing this game to make it a bug-free experience. And it's an alpha, so it's not even in beta. 2012 game so far. Can't wait. Let's look at our... that's actually really good. Excellent, I knew that they should have... Oh, okay, awesome. Turned out a lot better than I thought it was. Thank you, math, something that I'm incredibly terrible at. Right. We're about to... there we go. We're about to jettison. There we go. Excellent. Whoop, my phone just made bleeping noises. Ignore that for now. Thrust weight ratio. I like this. Come on. Yes, absolutely perfect. Alright, we have successfully reached orbit. Now let's get us to a face north. I forgot what you call it when you face north. By the way, I'm doing this manually, so I'm not that pathetic. Up, up, and mark it here. Righto. So I've designed this specifically for really good EVA. So I have to find these ladders that are... There we go. Something really cool. They extend outward like a satellite. Yes, they do. That's if you can find them. Oh lordy. Nope, doesn't look like we'll find the rest. Ah, no big deal. We at least got one. Right, Jeb. You will be the first Kerbonaut, in my game that is, to ever go into the vacuum of space. Are you ready? Bam! Vacuum. It's got the lovely sun, stars of version 0,17. Okay, that was rather random. Anyway, let's perform EVA. Let's do a quick launcher inspection. That pixel looks odd. Therefore it's a mission failure. Nah, just joking. JJ. Let's test our grappling system. I made it extend this far so that there can be a little bit less room for error, just for like a quick stop. Whoa! Jeb, why are you knocking us out of orbit? Seriously? Design flaw. Hey, this is our first time. We won't know until we find out, right? Let's get back in. And get back in. Correct ourselves. There we go. And stop. Can turn on SAS safely. And we will use SAS to extend our orbit. We will not use our main engines even though we have more than enough fuel. It turns out that our thrust weight ratio, perfectly expressed, 4,300 delta V, gave us more than enough. So it's perfect. Thank you, my incredibly limited capabilities in mathematics. Another successful... Well, actually no. How could I say another? This is the first time. And this concludes our episode for today. Some natural... centrifugal force... Stabilization, yes! Alright, so we have successfully gone into space, and for our next mission we are going... I think for our next mission we'll make a geosynchronous orbit. I've never done that before over our space station. I want to return Jeb. I want him to be the first on the moon, so we'll do that. Cool. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed our lovely mission. If there is enough space in our hard drive, there will be an extension to this video where I talk about the mechanics of this rocket design. Cheerio. Excellent, so it turns out I do have enough hard drive space to talk about the technical aspects of the rocket design I chose to use today. So this is ARF Orbiter, the rocket that successfully launched Jebediah into space, where he also performed a rather failure kinda, really bad EVA operation, because these things didn't cooperate too well. I made them like this so that it's easier to grab hold, and it's easier to grab hold of them to perform an EVA, but it turns out that if you hit it, just like, it kind of makes sense. I should have thought about it. I don't know why I didn't think about it, but when you hit it at an angle and you have momentum, so you hit it, it kind of, as you might have seen by now if you're watching this video, I can't put my thoughts into words. It's impossible. Physically impossible. So anyway, this is Mark II, the improved version. Turns out we do not need these. So that's a bonus plus of efficiency. There we go. So yeah. Oh yes, that's right. See, it was facing north, and when we hit the ladder, our momentum translated into the rocket, which is really easy to do in a vacuum of space. So it kind of shot us off into a different angle, which was not really cool. So this is our Mark II version. We got rid of the solid fuel boosters because it turns out that they're not needed, because we don't even need a quarter of fuel to get back to Kerbal. It's really easy to get back to Kerbal. It's just establishing an orbit is quite difficult. So yeah, technical aspects: we got a parachute to land our pod back safely. We have an advanced SAS and a simple SAS. Advanced SAS because of this guy and these RCS units. A torque RCS in case we run out of RCS fuel or it's not necessary, because it does provide physical torque. Ladders to make EVA easier. This compartment here, according to my limited amount of math, is 861 total delta V. So, 370 specific impulse times 9,81, which is the acceleration due to gravity of Earth in a perfect vacuum. Times In, which is some logarithmic function I need to look into because it kind of interests me, and 9,465, which was the total mass of this, but it's probably a bit less now that I've reduced this, so it might be even more efficient, with the total dry mass of 7,465. So the theory is that in order for conservation of momentum, something has to be expelled at a velocity for this to move in the opposite direction. They both move at the same speed. The idea is that this has to lose its own mass. It's hard to explain, I can't put it in words. Anyway, and this whole thing here is 3,510 total delta V. Very efficient, really fast, with a thrust to weight ratio of over 3. The required amount is about 2. So this is a really efficient rocket. It'll work. Feel free to use it. I don't really mind. Just remember who made it. I'm pretty sure someone has made something very similar to this. I have seen this try design on the wiki quite often, but I'm not too sure about this. The thing is, I would have probably put a decoupler over here and put the RCS units here, so you only have this, and that is capable of returning back to Kerbal. just with RCS. It's true. Satellites use that. Satellites even use torque to extend and lower their orbital altitude, their SAS, which is basically free energy that they get from the sun. Very efficient. Since there are no satellites added to the game, can't do that. We can make our own satellites. So for our next mission, we are going to do a geosynchronous orbit. It's just simply extending our orbit, basically, and we're going to hopefully do it over the space station to establish some sort of communication, say, because if we're trying to follow a typical space program. And we could also think about docking with the use of landing struts. We can do it like this, basically. You could put it to the point, and then we can angle it outward like so. And we could latch on, because of these parachutes, you know, they're quite big. Let me just quickly remove that. And you can easily latch onto that with the use of those landing struts, and we can do some docking experiments. Need to load Mark II. So yeah, this concludes our episode for today. Bye bye.